Welcome and greetings, everyone, to part 8 of our Let's Play Final Fantasy. And last time we completed the level 10 Lancer's Quest, and we also unlocked the Botanist class. Now, just one thing I want to just clarify. Okay, we don't have that unlocked. Just to clarify something really quickly here. We will not be able to sell on the market until we finish a level 20 main story quest. But it doesn't mean that we can use the botanist to our advantage to level her up and also spread out so we can get access to other zones. That way, we can increase the number of things we can harvest and have a better chance of being able to sell something at a decent price on the market when we eventually do get access to the market. We can also use the bot if you ever do decide to join the crafting classes, like say the carpenters, or once we get access to the other cities, like the armor smiths, weaponsmiths, goldsmiths. Not many of them use stuff from botany as far as the carpenters do, but every now and again they'll have stuff. But we can but we can use the crafting classes, not just the botanist, but like the miner and the fisher, in order to get materials for the crafting for our crafters, so we don't necessarily have to buy them off the market ourselves. But that being said, today we're going to continue with the main quest. So let's go back to our Lancer here. Let's make sure that we have everything up to snuff here. And we now have 2 gear sets. In a previous episode, we showed how to create a gear set that is just for our botanist. And I also showed how to get this sidebar here to show up and the buttons here so that we can instantly switch between the 2 classes and we don't have to mess with the menus. So if you want to see that, go ahead and watch the previous episode. But we'll pause here and we will go to the next quest, which is on the Bentbranch. And it looks like that is back in the Adventurers Guild. So the Aetheryte Plaza. Alright, so the next quest is with Mother Minoon in the Adventurers Guild, or Carline Canopy. Let's see what she has to say. Impressed by your progress, Minoon wishes to send you on to Bentbranch Meadows, where you will find further opportunities to learn. How is my favorite fresh-faced adventurer? Oh, do not scowl so. I speak out of habit. You've come a long way since you walked through my door, and I'll not deny it. As a matter of fact, I think it's about time you made yourself useful at Bentbranch Meadows in the Central Shroud. Unlike the recruits you see at the Bannock, the men and women out at Bentbranch are fully occupied with their own work. As such, I imagine there are more than a few who would welcome the assistance of a rapidly maturing adventurer like yourself. Bentbranch is also home to a very useful situated aetheryte. It is, in other words, the perfect place for you to begin the next stage of your journey as an adventurer. And what better time than at the present? Leave the city via the Blue Badger Gate and continue on to the southwest until you come to a bridge. Cross it, and then you'll spy an aetheryte in the distance. You may congratulate yourself on having successfully found Bentbranch Meadows. If you so fancy, you may also make use of the Chocobo Porter service, doubtless the safest way to get to your destination. Chocobo Keep Singer should not hesitate to lend you his birds to a capable adventurer like you. Oh, and be sure to introduce yourself to Keitha, the head Chocobo Wrangler, when you arrive. So the Chocobo Porter is up the hill just behind the Carline Canopy, and you cannot register with them until you are level 10 or higher. But there's the main Aetheryte, and just right in front of it is this guy. Right-click and choose Choco Porter. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a Choco Porter? Do not tell me this is your first visit to this shop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. When you first access the Chocobo Porters in the other locations, they'll say this. They'll let you know they'll update their registry. And then you can then travel between those 2 points using a Choco Porter. But Choco Porters, you need to find the other points of interest first, I believe. Oh, okay. With the exception of Bentbranch Meadows, we can go there for a 5 gil. But we will take the Porter back. Okay, so we are right outside the Blue Badger Gate as Mother Maroon or Minoon prescribed, and we can see the mini map is showing a general direction to Bentbranch Meadows. But let's bring up the map here. Okay, so Bentbranch Meadows is right over here. So we want to make a right and follow the path around. So heretofore, we've gone to the left. That's where the Bannock, the Watchtower, the shack with the Hearer, and the other quests have been. So this is the first time we're going this way. And so I have mentioned this in previous, but if you look at the Diorite, you see the circle, kind of circle-like icon above it. That means that that creature is on your hunt list for one of your classes. In our case, it's the Lancer. So we would want to attack or kill about 3 of those or so. And if you want to bring up and review your hunting log, press H. And you already see we've completed a few of them already. Others are going to be in different zones. So I'm going to go ahead and kill 3 of these. We might go ahead and skip. There we go. Let's continue to Bentbranch Meadows. But just continue to follow the main path here, kind of paralleling the river here, and we will come over to our next destination. So 2 things we want to do first before we talk to the quest award, who is just right in front of this building here. We want to do 2 things. First, we want to go and to attune to the Aetheryte here. And since this is the first aetheryte that we have attuned to that is not in the city itself, as my mic came off there, we can now use the teleport spell. Yeah. So by learning the spell teleport, you are now able to travel instantly between aetherytes to which you are attuned. Access to the teleportation menu by selecting teleport under travel in the main menu. Now, by default, teleport will be on your hot bar. This is the icon for it. If you click on it, it'll bring up the menu. Now, you can instantly travel between the aetherytes that we know here. That's Central Shroud. That's the one we're at right now. If you wanted to fast travel back to Gridania, notice it's going to cost us 158 gil. So that's the first thing we want to do. The second thing we want to, second person we want to hit up before we go to the, is this one. And it looks like the game automatically did this for us. But normally there would see a quest bubble above his head, his or her head. And so we can hire a chocoport to take us back to Gridania. It'll take us 1 minute and only 5 gil. That is substantially cheaper than using the aetheryte. So, yeah, until you get yourself a couple of means of income, you may want to restrict your use of the aetheryte because that gets expensive quickly. But let's continue with the main quest. You must be the adventurer Minoon sent word about. I'm Keitha, head wrangler around these parts. I've heard many and more things about you. Good things, lest you worry. When the elder Seedseer bade us welcome adventurers, 'tis fair to say we had our doubts. Till hard-working folk like yourself set about proving us wrong. That is, consider me a convert. Any road, you've a mind to help out at the ranch, have you? Good, we could always do with a hand or two to keep the place running smoothly. As a matter of fact, I've a task right here that needs doing. Let me know when you're ready to get busy. Oh, and you come highly recommended, so don't go letting no one down, eh? Okay. We're a disciple of war, so let's take the trousers. So you're going to want to keep your gear relatively up to date. This is going to be more. This is going to be more important later or in mid to late game. We're not necessarily going to have to worry about that until we get to like level 20 or so, when they start talking about item level requirements, but we don't have to necessarily worry about that right now. Let's see, level 12, 10, 5, 8, 5. Yeah, so we have a few things that are still level 5, like the eye pie patch and the gloves. But most of our stuff is about right where we want it to be. The crafting equipment that you might have to go into the markets and update yourself, because unfortunately the guilds will give you some stuff, but you're going to probably have to do most of it yourself. But considering that eventually we'll be making money off the gatherer, that's not going to be so big of a problem. Keitha, the head wrangler at Bentbranch Meadows, appears most distraught. See if there's anything you can do. Seven hells. Some bastard Quirin has gone and broken one of me chocobo eggs. The filthy little thief was busy looting the barn when a guard startled it, prompting the damn thing to drop the egg. It was clutch and run. Some of the lads here gave chase, bless them, but when 3 or more of the vermin appeared, me lot had no choice but to turn back. Something has to be done about those Kirkurin. Would you mind heading over to Matron's Lathe and having a word with a soldier named Rosaline for me? The Ratman nest is her neck of the woods. See, she'll know what to do. Okay. So this fence is short enough you can jump over. You don't want to bother going through the gate. I think she's up on the cliff here. Well, maybe not. Okay, so Rosaline is right at the base of this, what you call it here, of the root, root system going up to the top of the cliff. You're here on Keitha's behalf? I see. You broke one of her eggs, you say. And there were 4 of the creatures. The Kirin, or however you say their name, are a nuisance at the best of times, but we must now add trespass and chocobo murder to their list of transgressions. They have forced our hand. Our retribution must needs be swift and decisive. And who better to deliver it than to adventurer? Find a lair to the west of here and make an example of exactly 4 current scramblers. We can send no clearer message. Okay. Now, the Quirin are on the ground level. But just out of curiosity's sake, let's have a peek up here. It's been a while since I've been up here with my main character, so we do not want to attract the ire of the local people here. So yeah, you can see the guards here are level 35. The guard here is level 35. So I see here like a level 29. Probably even higher, yeah, level 29. So yeah, level 29 are right here, but they go higher the farther down you get. So we'll eventually be strong enough to come up here and quest, but not right now. And considering that things down at the base of the route here are only like level 10. So yeah, you just want to be cautious about adventuring up at the top of the cliff here. But yeah, if you go directly west towards this little cave-like area here, you will find who we're looking for. And this is why you want to not be in the area of effect. So, we can. Yeah, let's get the 2 over here because you only need 4. Okay, so we killed our 4 Kieran, as I'll call them, or Keegan. Go back to Rosaline. The deed is done? Good. A grim task, but a necessary one. You have shown them the folly of inciting the wrath of those who consort with adventurers. Perhaps now the Keegan will think twice before giving into their Lesserania's prolic something or others. Okay, so that would... So, our next quest is right here. Osha Job, a wood whaler at the matron's Leith, is looking for a surefoot adventurer to pluck blue trumpets from the root of the nearby Heaven's Pillar. Ho there, adventurer. You seem light on your feet. Fancy a quick skip along the route of the Heaven's Pillar here? I need someone to pick off a blue trumpet or two. I know what you're thinking. It's not more than a mushroom, so why the commotion? I'll tell you why. You allowed that fungal menace to multiply, and within a moon they'll be covering the whole damn root and rotting the wood clear through. Just watch your step while you're up there, though. The dire mites on the ground won't waste any time adding insult to fallen injuries. Oh, once you're done, head up to the top end of the route and report to Theodore. He'll be glad to hear someone's taking care of his more dreaded chores. So, okay, 1 of 4. Okay, 2 of 4. And just right click on the mushrooms and the character will take it from there. Three of 4. And we need 1 more. Oh, you've cleared the root of the blue trumpets. Wonderful. To be quite honest, I have this teeny tiny problem with heights. No, this is not my ideal posting, but we all do what we must. Keeping the route passable is an important job, you see. It's one of the few ways folks can traverse to the central shroud since the calamity all but split the area in twain. It is not, perhaps, the easiest pathway to walk, but there are those who believe the will of the matron herself caused the tendril of a Heaven's Pillar to remain thus suspended, that it might serve the forest people. I'm rather fond of the notion myself. Okay, got time for 1 more. Theodore is looking for an adventurer to deliver a message. It is Regrettably, my duty to stand watch over the road from here to Bentbranch Meadows. The ranch has become a veritable institution of gridania, so any threats to its continued operation are taken quite seriously by the wood whalers. Which reminds me, mayhap it was my imagination, but I believe I caught a glimpse of some shadowy fellow not too long ago. Would you mind passing word to Rosaline down below? I will go myself, but, well, it's hard enough marshaling the courage to walk the route for my shift. A shadowy fellow, hmm? Now that you mention it, I may have seen something. I dismissed it as a trick of light before, but I thought I saw a shadow in the forest to the north. Still, I suspect it is nothing more than a Kikern thief on the run. If you must state your curiosity, by all means investigate. Should you actually find something of note, I would very much like to see it. Okay, so we need to go this way. Okay. So we found a fire. Ah, here we go. So generally you want to be looking for something that's showing um, basically graphic effects like the flashing stars here. Right click on it and you'll do the necessary work. Okay, deliver the bag back to Rosaline. Have you found something? Remnants of a campfire and a forgotten bag. This could belong to any adventurer or traveler. Inside we have a chocobo grooming brush and roseling oil. But wait, why would a traveler make camp here when it would be far safer to beg for hospitality of Bentbranch Meadows? Bugger me, I think this belongs to that stranger said to be meddling with the chocobos. Thank you, adventurer. We have been lax in our duties, but no longer. I swear we will find this shadow. Okay, so we're not going to get any meaningful benefits from either boot option. So we can choose the elegant bronze piece and we can sell that to an NPC. I believe we do have a room for one more here, but I'm going ahead and call it here. It's about 30 minutes right now, so we'll call it here, and we'll continue this quest line next time. But thank you all for watching, and have a great day. And if you are curious, go back to the playlist and see the other videos on this playlist for the complete walkthrough. Anyway, take care, and we'll see you later.